Good evening, I'm Stephen Cruz. Thank you for joining us in another edition of High School Run with Xfinity On Demand. Tonight, we welcome you to Bingham High School for a matchup between the Miners and the Salem Hills Skyhawks. The Skyhawks are riding a 4-game win streak and are 6-3 on the season in Region 8. They just got off a victory over Uinta, 35-31, and are led by starters Porter Gustafson with 14.89 points per game and Ammon Fifita. He's averaging 8 points per game. Across the bench, the Bingham Miners are 4-5 on the season and coming off a 1-game win over Corner Canyon, a 20-point defeat, 59-39. They're led by Jordan Evans, who is averaging 13.89 points per game, and Yoeli Childs, averaging 9.11 points per game. Let's head up to the booth as we get ready for tip-off. Preparing for tip-off, it's Porter Gustafson going against Yoeli Childs, and the ball is tipped around and controlled by Bingham. It's ahead to Evans. Evans tries to test the baseline, can't get it, and now over into the corner. The shot's on the way, and it rattles around and drops. Big-time shot by Jesse Gazoida, the senior for Bingham. Now inside to Guston. Guston backs it out. He's got a bandage on his left hand. He's the leading scorer. He's going to pop a three. Shot's on the way. That one drops and answers Gazoida's three with a three of his own by Porter Guston. All knotted up at three here early. Into the corner now, being held by Green. Evans into Yoeli Childs. Childs, one dribble on the baseline, tries to go with it, and it's going to be tied up by Guston. He's there on the baseline, play some defense. It's going to be Salem Hills ball. Now Guston, he's going to shoot another three. And Guston will drop it from there. 2 for 2 from behind the arc for Porter Guston. And it's a 6-3 advantage for the Skyhawks. Now ball is tipped. It's going to be controlled, though, by the Miners. That's Mike Green. Gets it out to Daylor Youngblood. Now across to Green. Green thought about going inside. Swings it back over to Youngblood. Youngblood now into the corner to Evans. Evans on the baseline. Quickly double-teamed. Bounce pass inside. Dangerous pass, and it's picked off by the Skyhawks. Coming back the other way in a hurry is Trevor Gasser. Gasser's layup attempt is tipped away, and now it's out to Guston. Guston shot again, and he is filling it from the same spot. Porter Guston 3 for 3 from behind the arc. All 9 points belong to him. 9-3 advantage for the Skyhawks. He's averaging just under 15 points per game on the season. Already has 9 here in this first quarter. Shots on the way for Evans. It's off the mark and rebounded by Blake Agnew. Skyhawks looking to extend the lead. They're up 9-3. 5:40 left here in the first period. Inside to Guston. Guston working on his man, has it tipped away. There's a fight for the ball, and there's a few bodies on the deck. There's going to be a travel on Guston, and it's going to be a turnover by the Skyhawks as the Miners trapped him at the elbow. Youngblood controlling the point. Now Green picks up his dribble, back to Youngblood. Youngblood inside to Childs. Childs from the elbow, takes it one dribble inside. Now he's got Goizoda. Goizoda goes up with it and can't hit, but he is fouled, and Jesse Goizoda will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Goizoda's first free throw was true. His second, also good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line for Jesse Goizoda, and all 5 points belong to him for the Miners. 5-9, they trail. Quick transition for the Skyhawks. Shots on the way. It rattles and drops. Big-time shot by Jeff DeGraffenried. 12-5 now for the Skyhawks. Youngblood and Green playing catch. The top of the key. Youngblood now looking inside. Gets it over to Gazoida. Gazoida now to Green. Green baseline to Evans. Evans shot on the way. Rattles around. Can get it to fall. And it's Childs there with the rebound. Offensive rebound. Childs is going to put it up. But it's going to be waved off. And the foul will be on number 3, Gunnar Guston of the Skyhawks. Miners the inbound on the baseline. It's in, and the shot's on the way from the baseline, and that's up and good. Jesse Gazoida with another basket. 7 points now for Jesse Gazoida. All 7 for the Miners belong to him. 7-12, they trail here at home to the Skyhawks. Fafita is going to dribble into the paint, and he's going to be fouled. It's going to be a blocking foul on the Miners. They'll have an inbounds play for the Skyhawks. Turner inbounds it, or excuse me, that's Gustin that inbounds it. And the ball's going to head out of bounds on Salem. It's going to be a turnover by the Skyhawks, Miner ball. Youngblood controlling the point. It's over to Green. Green holds. Now to Youngblood in the corner. Youngblood now to Evans. Evans is going to fire. Shots on the way. Evans will hit, and he'll be fouled. Evans with a chance for the 4-point play. Big time shot by the senior Jordan Evans. Evans free throw off the front of the rim, rattles around and unable to complete the 4-point play. Jordan Evans free throw off the mark. It's rebounded by Porter Gustin. Now full court pressure by the Miners. As the Skyhawks look to break it, they get it across. Double teamed in the corner. And looking for room is Fafita. Fafita kicks it out now. Shots on the way, off the back of the rim, and he gets it to fall. That's Jeff DeGraffenried again. .345 left here in the first period. 14-10 lead for the Skyhawks over the Miners. Youngblood inside to Childs. Childs looking for room off the glass. Gets it to fall. Yoli Childs with his first basket of the game for the Miners. It's now 12-14, and the Miners have a full court press. Skyhawks back and forth looking to press it. Running out of time, and it's going to be picked off by Jordan Evans. Great defense to interrupt the passing lane, and Evans will throw it down. Jordan Evans, the senior, hit the big 3 earlier and now takes one away from the Skyhawks for the dunk. Now, Deffenried. He's got some room in the corner, but he kicks it out, slows it down to Blake Agnew. Agnew. Over to Gustin. All knotted up at 14. There's a shot on the way, off the rim, can't hit. There's a fight for it, but Mike Green of the Miners comes up with it. Crossover half court, and he has it tipped away, and a steal by Gunnar Gustin. Gustin working on Daylor Youngblood. Youngblood's going to try and hold the position. Great defense not to get the foul, and the layup is off the mark by Gustin. And it's Evans coming back the other way in a hurry. Quick transition, swings it baseline to Youngblood. Now Youngblood from the arc. Off the mark, can't hit, but the rebound is controlled by Gazoida. Gazoida gets it over to Evans. Evans penetrates, has it tipped away, and now it's going to be tipped in right to Jesse Gazoida. And Gazoida is in the right place at the right time as he has a pass from a Skyhawk for the easy layup. 16-14, the Miners take their first lead of the ball game here at home. 2:20 left here in the first period. Cross court to Fafita. Now to Agnew. Agnew slowing it down, calling out the play, directing traffic for the Skyhawks. Hands it off to Fafita now. Back to Agnew. Back to Fafita. They're playing catch in the backcourt. Trying to make some room for Fleming. Now the shot's on the way by Deffenried. Deffenried's shot off the mark, and its rebound is controlled by Yoli Childs. Back the other way is Green. Green with the hustle. Coming back the other way, it's going to be a foul on the floor. No shot. Foul's going to be a number 3, Gunnar Gustin of the Skyhawks. Bingham to inbound. Youngblood tried to get it into his man in the paint. Jared Holman unable to do so. Holman throws it away, and on the fast break is Trevor Gasser. Gasser with the layup off the mark, a little too hard off the glass, and the rebound is controlled by Ryan Turner of the Miners. Evans quickly double teamed. Evans now deflection is controlled by Holman. Holman gets it out to Turner, who slows it down to to George Durant. Now back to Turner. Turner over to Durant. That's Youngblood. To Evans in the corner. He's quickly double teamed. Back out to Youngblood. Now the elbow. Great passing by the Miners. And it's going to be a foul on the Skyhawks. Jared Holman fouled. Quick passes by the Miners. And now Evans over to Youngblood. Youngblood swings it across court to Turner. Turner thought about it. Now get it to Evans. Evans from beyond the arc. Off the front of the rim. Can't hit. And 2 Miners fight over the rebound. And it's going to be dribbled out of bounds by Holman. Turnover by the Miners. It's going to be Skyhawk basketball. 1:06 here in the first period. 16-14, the Miners lead here at home. Dangerous pass into traffic, but it's controlled by the Skyhawks. Now it's Gunnar Gustin over to Agnew. Agnew back to Gustin. Now over to Deffenried. Deffenried's shot on the way, and it rattles and drops. Jeff DeGraffenried with another 3-pointer, his second of the ball game, and his 8th point of this contest gives the Skyhawks back the lead 17-16. 35 seconds left here in the first period. Youngblood from the corner swings it across. Now it's Gazoida. Gazoida back to Green. Turner. Now it's Evans with the shot on the way off the back of the rim. Can't hit. Jordan Evans shot off the mark, and the rebound is controlled by the Skyhawks. Pass ahead, a little too long. It's going to be tipped to Devin Reed working the baseline. Guarded by Gazoida, and his pass off the mark, picked off by Jordan Evans. His second steal of the ball game. Evans, nice move in the paint, was going up for the shot, and he's going to be fouled by Blake Agnew. I believe that'll send Jordan Evans to the line for a pair of free throws. No free throws, but the quick inbounds pass to Evans is off the mark, and the rebound is controlled by Reed. And coming back the other way are the Skyhawks. That's Trevor Gassers with a shot. He will be fouled. No basket, but he'll head to the line for two with 1 second left here in the first period. Gasser will have a chance to extend the lead. Gasser connects on his first free throw. Second on the way. It's also good. 2 for 2 on that trip to line for Gasser, and it's Youngblood with the last second heave from half court. Off the mark. Would have been good if it went, but we'll head into the second period with the Miners trailing 16-19 at home to the Skyhawks. We begin the second period with a 19-16 lead for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Miners have possession. Youngblood controlling the point. Swings it over to Turner. Turner now drives inside. Hop step over to Evans on the baseline. Evans back out to Youngblood. Youngblood penetrates. Shot on the way. It's line drive for Daylor Youngblood, and he gets a defall, rattle and drop. And it's now 18-19 in favor of the Skyhawks. Afida controlling the point for Salem Hills. Over to Gooston. Gooston now back to Afida. Fafita in trouble. Tips it over to Youngblood. Youngblood heads it out of bounds. Dangerous pass. Fafita inbounds it. Gets it to Gasser. Gasser has it knocked away, and it's Green who comes up with it. Green coming back the other one to Hersey. Slows it down. Crossover. Now loses the dribble in the corner. Swings it across court. He finds Turner. Turner right to left. Now slows it down. Gets it over to Leighton Parker. Parker back to Turner. Parker now holds, looks inside. He's got Jared Holman. Holman, great entry-level pass, but unable to connect is number 20, Skylar Shoemaker. He had a second chance at it, but it's knocked away by Salem Hills. Now a quick pass ahead, advances it to Fafita. Fafita looking for room in the paint. There's going to be a lot of contact and a foul on Skylar Shoemaker, sending Fafita to the hardwood. Fafita looks like it's going to be an inbounds for the Skyhawks. Gasser to inbound. Gets it into Barton. Barton now back. Gets it over to Reed. Back to Barton. To Gasser. Gasser holding from the wing. Playing catch with Reed. Reed got his feet moving before he put the ball on the ground. And it's going to be a turnover by the Skyhawks. Miner basketball. Skyhawks clinging to a 1-point lead here on the road at Bingham. Miners take the lead on this possession. It's Parker Leighton now to Turner. Turner kicks it out to Green. Green shot on the way from behind the arc. Off the mark, can't hit. The rebound is going to be controlled by Reed of Salem Hills. Gasser controlling the point for the Skyhawks. Gets it ahead to Fafita. Fafita carrying. Now tries to get inside to Gooston. Gooston quickly triple team, but his shot's too quick and on the way. Porter Gooston had 3 3-pointers in the first period. That's his first basket of this second one. 11 points total for Gooston. Now the Miners looking to answer. Inside pass. Shot is up for Shoemaker. Can't hit. And Shoemaker with the point blank layup off the mark. It's going to head out of bounds. Remain Miner basketball. Green to inbounds. Gets it into Turner. Turner now back to Green. Green double teamed in the corner. In trouble. Gets it back out to Turner. Turner back to Green. Now inside to Childs. Childs working on his man. Looking for room. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Childs extended the arm looking for room. It's going to be a turnover by the Miners. Inbounds now for Salem. Full court press by the Miners. And they're going to have to call a timeout to save the possession. Timeout by Salem Hills. We'll take the timeout. 5:38 left here in the first half. 21-18 lead for Salem Hills over the Miners. Skyhawks to inbound. They get it in to Blake Agnew. Agnew gets it across court. Pressure defense by the Miners. And now it's Fafita, guarded by Shoemaker. Fafita directing traffic, gets it to Gooston. Porter Gooston Dribbles to the elbow, picks it up, now hands it off to DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried now picks it up, and it's Agnew. Agnew off the screen, looking for room on the baseline. And it's DeGraffenried now. Gonna dribble to his right, looking for room, spin move off the Miner, and now it's gonna be a long shot on the way, and it's rebounded by Parker Layton. Now a shot's on the way, off the back of the rim by Layton. Layton Parker can't get it to go, but it's rebounded by the Miners. Now the bank shot for number 24, Jared Holman, gets it to fall and cuts in the lead. It's now a 1-point ball game. Skyhawks lead the Miners. Green defending Agnew. Agnew dribbles off his foot, and it's going to be a turnover over and back by the Salem Hills. Great high-pressure defense by Mike Green forces the turnover, and it's going to be Bingham basketball. Miners looking to take the lead. Youngblood looking for the play. It's over to Green. Green back to Youngblood. Get into Holman. Holman, one dribble, has it tipped away though, and that's still credited to Gunnar Gustin with the quick hands. Was able to tip it away from Jared Holman. Come up with it. Now Fafita to the elbow. One dribble, quick, full away, fadeaway shot, and it's on the way and good. Big shot by Porter Gustin, and that's his 13th point of this ball game. 23-20. Salem Hills leads over the Miners, and it's going to be taken away. Point blank, taken away by Gunnar Gustin. Another steal from him. Holman was trying to kick it out from the paint, and Gustin was there to take it away. Now Porter Gustin working on his man. Hook shot, and it's going to be a block by Holman. Big time defense. Now ahead to Youngblood. Youngblood slows it down in the corner, kicks it out to Green. Green left to right. Now in the corner to Evans. Evans shot on the way. Rattles around and out, but Green's there for the rebound. Green harassed in the paint, and he's going to be fouled. Foul on the Skyhawks. Foul puts the Miners in the bonus. Green made his first, second on the way, and good. Green takes advantage of the bonus free throws and goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. It's now a 1-point game once again. Miners trail 22-23 to the Skyhawks. Full court pressure by Youngblood. Fafita gets it across. Now Fafita picks up the dribble, looking for help. Gets it ahead to Gasser. Gasser now in the corner. The shot from the wing on the way. Off the back of the rim. Can't hit it, but it's rebounded by the Skyhawks. Now entry pass. Can't get it. Green comes away with it. Green tipped it away. Now Green all the way off the glass. Green with the fancy move up and under. And Mike Green gets the basket for the Miners, giving them the lead 24-23. 2:50 left here in the first half. Youngblood got a little handsy and fouled Gasser as he was crossing midcourt. Foul going to be on the Miners. Great job by Mike Green on the last possession to interrupt the passing lane and go coast to coast for the layup, giving the Miners the lead, 24-23. 2:40 left here in the first half, and it's Fafita now. Over to Gasser. Gasser back to Fafita, playing catch. Now to DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried back to Fafita. Fafita from the elbow, just inside the arc. Shot on the way, and it's good. Ammon Fafita with his first basket of this ball game regains the lead for the Skyhawks, 25-24. 2:20 left here in the first half. Youngblood over to Green. Back to Youngblood. Now to Parker. Now to Green, inside to Evans. Evans thought about it, now kicks it back out to Green. Nice ball rotation, and it's Parker's shot on the way, and it's going to be sent back by Porter Gustin. No chance. Gustin was all over that one. Big time block by Gustin, and that's going to be picked off of Fafita. Fafita ahead to DeGraffenried, and it's going to be batted back by Layton Parker and picked off by Jordan Evans. Evans coming away with it. 1:54, fast-paced game. Evans shot on the way, can't hit, but Evans was fouled, and he will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Evans' first free throw off the mark. Second rattles around and gets it to drop. Evans 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Knots it up at 25 all here in this ball game. And that picked off by Mike Green. Bad pass by the Skyhawks. And Green going all the way. And it's going to be tipped away by Fafita. But Fafita steps on the line. And it's going to be out of bounds on the Skyhawks. Miner basketball. Quick timeout. And we're back with the Miners inbounding. Green over to Layton Parker. Now back to Green. Youngblood directs in traffic. Now to Green. Back and forth. They play catch at the top of the arc. Now inside to Holman. Now Green. Green wide open from 3. And Green will hit. Mike Green Big time three-pointer for Green. He's been playing well on defense, pitching in on offense as he pressures Gasser down the court on that possession. And it's Youngblood and Green all over him there. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to remain Skyhawk ball. Barton controlling the point. Skyhawks now into the elbow to Gustin. Gustin going to shoot from there. Shots on the way, and it's good. And that kid just doesn't miss. Porter Gustin, again, that's his 15th point of this first half. 54 seconds left here in this first half. 27-28, Miner lead. Youngblood now from the wing, swings it over to Green. Green now to Holman. Holman dribbles into the paint, looking for room. He's going to go off the glass, and he'll get it to fall. Nice touch by Jared Holman. Hook shot, running hook shot in the lane. Soft touch off the glass. 30 seconds left here in the first half. It's DeGraffenried holding, trying to get it to Fafita. But he's going to dribble to his right and hand it off to Gasser. Gasser now to Fafita. 22 seconds left. Fafita, pressure defense by the Miners. Fafita's going to hold for the last shot. 12 seconds left. Fafita to his left. Looking for the pass, but he's going to be fouled by Youngblood. It's going to be an inbounds for the Skyhawks with 9 seconds left. They trail by 1. Inbound now to Gasser. 7 seconds left. Gasser now to Fafita. Fafita off his hands, can't get it. He's got 3 seconds left. Shot needs to get up. It's DeGraffenried in the paint. Shot on the way. It's off the mark, can't hit, and we'll head into halftime with the Bingham Miners leading 30-27 over the visiting Salem Hills Skyhawks. Third quarter is underway, and it's Salem Hills possession. Gasser controlling the point. Gets it in to Goosen, now out to DeFriedman. DeFriedman can't hit. And, DeGraffenried can't hit. And it's going to head out of bounds on the Miners. Remain Skyhawk ball. There was a confusion over the rebound in the corner. Gasser over to Gustin now. To Fafiti. Fafiti from the wing. Calling for it underneath. DeGraffenried. Unable to get it to him was Fafiti. Fafiti now over to Gustin. Gunner Gustin over to Fafiti. Now tries to get it inside, and its ball's tipped away by Childs. Childs unable to come away with it. It's going to be out of bounds on the Miners. It'll remain Skyhawk ball. Skyhawks taking their time to set up their offense. It's DeGraffenried now. Right to left, picks up his dribble, and it's Gustin. In the corner, now to Gustin, Porter Gustin. Back into Fafiti. Fafiti. Over to Gunner. They're trying to get it into Porter Gustin. Now, taking their time, the Skyhawks. Over to Gasser. Gasser. Bounces it into Gustin. Gustin looking for room, shots on the way, and he hits from there, from the elbow. Porter Gustin hasn't missed all night. 17 points, and there he is with the takeaway. Oh, but it's tipped away, and Jordan Evans comes up with it. Gustin, and they're going to call the foul on Yoli Childs. Him and Gustin getting physical in the paint, getting position, and Childs will come away with the offensive foul. After the turnover, Skyhawk ball down to Graffenried. DeGraffenried, guarded by Evans. Picks up his dribble, now he's in trouble. Tries to get it to Gasser, and it's tipped out of bounds by Evans. It'll remain Skyhawk ball. Yoli Childs heads to the bench in foul trouble for the Miners. One of their leading scorers. And it's going to be a turnover by the Skyhawks, offensive foul, and they return the favor. It's going to be Miner basketball. 6:10 left here in the third period. 30-29 lead for the Miners. And it's Youngblood slowly walking it down court. Now Green picks up the tempo, gets it into Holman. Holman's shot on the way. Off the back of the rim, can't hit. but it's Gazoida with the rebound. Gazoida's shot off the mark, and now it's a tie-up as Jared Holman skied for that one. It's going to remain Miner basketball. No, it's going to be a foul, excuse me, on the Skyhawks. Foul on Salem Hills. Ball's inbounded to Holman. Holman working on his man, picks up his dribble, swings it over to Youngblood. Youngblood to Evans in the corner. Evans shot off the mark, and it's Holman trying to fight for the rebound, and that one's going to be a jump ball between Jared Holman and Jeff DeGraffenried. Youngblood inbound, gets it in. Zagoida's shot on the way, and Zagoida will drop that one. Drains that one. Jesse Gazoida started out the game on fire. Haven't heard much from him since. Gets a big basket here to give the Miners a 4-point lead with 5:30 left here in the third period. Gasser over to Fafita. Fafita guarded closely by Green. Green now over to DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried working on Gazoida. He'll fire away. DeGraffenried shot off the mark, and the rebound is controlled by Youngblood. Youngblood coming back the other way in a hurry. Gets it ahead to Holman. Holman passes off the mark. Able to get it to Gazoida. Gazoida somehow comes up with it. And now they try to feed it into Holman. And now the ball is bouncing the Miner way as Green comes up with it. Now it's to Youngblood. Youngblood's three on the way. Rattles around and drops. And it's Daylor Youngblood with a three-pointer of his own. 7-point lead for the Miners, 36-29. Fafita tried spinning, and it's going to be a timeout by Salem Hills. It's going to go into the timeout with 4:52 left here in the third period. 36-29 lead, the Miners over the Skyhawks. After the timeout, we'll see what the Skyhawks drew up. It's DeGraffenried. Now the ball tipped away by Green, but we're going to have a foul. Green was trying to take it away, and he'll pick up the foul. Got a little too aggressive on defense. Inbounded to Barton. Barton now hands it off to Fafita. Fafita inside to Gustin. Gustin shot on the way, and Gustin finally misses his first shot of the game, but he's there for the rebound, and Gustin puts it back up, and it's fouled. Porter Gustin will head to the line for two. Gustin's first free throw good. Second rattles and drops as well. 31-36 Miner lead. 4:30 left here in the third period. Green gets it across to Turner. Turner working on his man. Gets it to Evans. Back out to Turner now. Miners working the ball around. Green on the right side. Green quickly in trouble. Double team. Gets it back to Turner. Turner drives left. Get over to Evans. Evans thought about it. Drives baseline. Evans looking for room. Evans soft touch off the glass. Gets fouled. Gets it to go. And Evans will head to the line for an attempted three. Turner's shot is good. Completes the three-point play. It's now an 8-point lead for the Miners. 39-31. They lead here at home. And it's Fafita. Quickly double teamed as he hustles down court. He gets it inside to Fleming. Fleming back out. Now the bounce pass to Gasser. Gasser's shot on the way. And we have an injury. Man down on the, he almost was able to block it, but it's Ryan Turner who is on the baseline, and it's going to be a timeout by the officials. We hope he's okay. We'll take a brief one here. The trainers are checking out Turner. He looks like he's out of the game for the unforeseeable future. 3:40 left here in the third. 6-point lead for the Miners, and it's Youngblood firing away from three. Youngblood shot off the front of the rim, can't hit. The rebound is controlled by Fafita. Fafita now coming back the other way. 39-33. Miner advantage. Fafita right to left, looks for room, floater on the way, rattles around and gets it to drop. And Fafita gets another basket here in this second half. Green thought about it, finds some room in the paint. Green, uncontrolled layup, can't get it to go, and it's Jared Holman with a shot attempt, and he's going to be fouled by Fleming, and Holman will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Holman connects on his first, second, off the mark, can't hit. Rebound controlled by Fleming. Fleming had checked into the game for Porter Gustin, who is in trouble with 4 fouls. Big scorer for the Skyhawks, which has led to this run by the Miners. They're up by 5. Now it's outside to DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried shot on the way off the mark, but he will be fouled by Jordan Evans, and DeGraffenried will head to the line for 3 free throws. 3 for 3. DeGraffenried hits all 3 free throws and cuts into the lead. It's now 40-38 in favor of the Miners. Evans back out to Youngblood. Youngblood back to Evans on the wing, looking inside. He's got a man, and it's Gazoida. Gazoida hits the deck, tries to pick it up, and it's going to be a timeout by the Miners as they try to save the possession. We'll head into the timeout with 2:39 left here in the third, 40-38, Miner lead. After the timeout, it's Youngblood into John Lindsay. Lindsay in the corner now to Evans. Evans feeds it inside. He's got a man shot on the way. Rattles around and drops. That's Skylar Shoemaker who gets it to fall. 42-38. Miners lead. 2:20 left here in the third period. Fafita now over to Gasser. Gasser looking inside. Tries to get it, and Evans is there to pick it off. Tried to get it to Fleming, but Evans interrupts the passing lane. Gets the steal. Now it's Youngblood. Guarded by Gasser. Swings it over to Green. Green back to Youngblood. Now to the corner to Evans. Evans thought about it, went baseline. He's going to be fouled. Blocking foul by Reed, excuse me. And they'll have an inbounds for the Miners. Youngblood inbound, gets it across court to Green. Now in the corner to Gazoida. Back to Green. Green now to Youngblood. Youngblood getting some direction from his coach. Now over to Evans. Evans using that pivot foot. Back to Youngblood. Now over to Green. Green will fire from the corner. And Green shot off the mark. And the rebound controlled by the Miners, temporarily tipped to Gasser. Gasser looking for some help. And it's Fafita who comes back to help him. Fafita being trailed, throws it away. He's going to pick up his feet, though, and travels. Going to be a turnover by Salem Hills. Fafita got a little ahead of himself, unable to keep his balance and get the pass off. Shuffled his feet, turnover by the Skyhawks. Green now. Back to Youngblood. Over to Evans. Evans will be fouled by Gasser. Lindsay to inbound, gets it into Youngblood. 1:10 left here in the third period. 42-38, Miner lead. Looking to extend that, Evans on the wing, guarded by Barton. Now to Youngblood. Youngblood over to Green. Green will fire from the corner. Or excuse me, that was Lindsay. Lindsay shot off the mark, but Gazoida's there to save the possession. Now back over to Lindsay. Lindsay goes baseline. Floater on the way. Little too soft. And it's Gazoida again with the offensive rebound and the shot. Shoemaker now comes away with it, and Gasser's there to poke it away. Trevor Gasser back the other way in a hurry. Gasser's shot off the mark, and Gasser will be fouled and head the line for a pair of free throws. Gasser missed his first. Second was true. 1 for 2 on that trip to the line for Trevor Gasser. And it's a 3-point lead with 35 seconds left here in the third period. Green looking to the bench, getting the play. 30 seconds now. Miners looks like they're playing for the last shot of the third period. No, they're going inside, and it's Pullman. Pullman's shot is blocked out of bounds by Fleming. Fierce defense by Tim Fleming. Rejects it, and it'll remain Miner ball with 23 seconds left. Green inbounds it. Off the hands. It's going to head back court, and we'll see who tips up. No, they're going to come up with it. It's Gasser inbounded. Now it's going to be another rejection, this time by Pullman. He gets one of his own. The ball is up for grabs, and it's going to head out of bounds. We're going to see, and it's going to remain Miner ball on the fast break. Thought they came out with that one. 12 seconds left in the third period. Some sloppy ball handling, and the Miner will have possession for the last shot. It's Green with 9 seconds left. Green on the wing. Looking for help. It's Gazoida now over to his man. It's Leighton Parker. Leighton Parker shot off the mark, and there's going to be a foul on Salem Hills. They don't like the call, but that foul is on Jeff DeGraffenried. On his first free throw, second one also good. 2 free throws there for Leighton Parker. And with 2 seconds left, they get it down court. It's Barton ahead of the pack. Barton's going to quickly pick it up. He's got a second. Shots on the way. Good if it goes. Off the mark. Can't hit is Jeff DeGraffenried. And we'll head into the fourth with a 5-point lead for the Bingham Miners. 44-39 over the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Start the fourth quarter. Skyhawk basketball. They trail by 5. They've had a few key players in foul trouble, namely Porter Guston, who has 4 fouls. He's back in the game with the ball currently. He had a big first half, 15 points. Now Guston in the paint, calls for it, tries to go up. No call on the foul. The Skyhawks not happy with that one, but it's Gasser in the corner. Now out to Guston. Gunnar Guston over to DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried looking for room in the paint. Can't get the shot off, but he will be fouled. See if DeGraffenried will head to the line. It looks like he will have some free throws. First free throw good. DeGraffenried, second free throw off the mark. High rebound for Evans, and Evans comes down with it. 4-point lead now for the Miners. Evans coming back the other way in a hurry. Soft touch. Evans, rebound, and coast to coast. Soft touch off the glass. Extend the lead to 6 now for the Miners. Keeping the pressure on the Skyhawks. And it's Fafita. Fafita looking for room. Runs into Holman. Holman now gets it over to Gasser. On the inside, can't get it to go. And it was a great pass from Porter Gustin to Gasser. But Gasser's layup is off the mark. Green controlling the point for the Miners. Green over to Evans. Evans thought about it. Now he's going to drive inside. Evans looking for room. Off the glass. Rolls in and out. Evans can't hit. And the rebound is going to head off of Gasser. It's going to remain Miner basketball. Green gets it in. And it's tipped away but controlled by Parker. Leighton Parker now in the corner to Green. Green swings it over to Leighton Parker. Parker picks up his dribble. Now over to Evans. Evans looking for room. Now back up to Parker. Miners taking their time, trying to get a good shot. Now in the corner to Gazoida. Gazoida swings it across court. Bad pass, and it's picked off by Fafita. Fafita coming back the other way. In trouble, and he's going to be fouled before the drive. It's going to be an inbound. Or no, excuse me, that'll be a bonus. A 1-and-1 for Ammon Fafita. Skyhawks in the bonus. They'll shoot free throws from here on out. First was good. Second also good for Ammon Fafita. It's now a 4-point ball game for the Miners, 46-42. 6:15 left here in the game. And it's Green to Parker. Now back to Green. Setting up the offense. Miners looking to control the possession and get a good shot. Green back to Parker. Parker's shot on the way. Three-pointer off the front of the rim, can't hit. And the rebound controlled by Gunnar Gustin. And ahead now to Gasser. Gasser ahead now to DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried shot on the way, and it's good. Pump fake there by Jeff DeGraffenried, and he'll get it to go. 2-point game now for the Miners as Mike Green kicks it out of bounds. Turnover by the Miners. Skyhawk basketball. Timeout by the Miners after the turnover by Green. Now the Skyhawks have a chance to not tie it up. Now into Gustin. Gustin shot on the way, and it's Porter Gustin with the easy layup. And that one ties it up at 46 all here with 5:20 left here in the ballgame. See if the Miners can answer. They've opened the door for the Skyhawks. Green. Now they look inside to Childs. Childs just checked back into the game. He's been in foul trouble for most of this one. Now back out to Evans. Evans, pump fake. Now he looks for room inside, and he has it knocked away. Now ahead, Gasser to Gunnar. Gunnar, Gustin, and he goes soft touch. And on the fast break, wide open layup, Gunnar Gustin takes the lead back for Salem Hills, 48-46. Back-to-back turnovers, opens the door and gives the lead to the Skyhawks. Now the Miners look to regain. It's Gazoida. Gazoida over to Green. Green to Evans. Now to Leighton Parker. Parker over to Green. Green. Looking for some movement from the Miners. Now to Green. 4:25 left here in the ball game. Miners trail by 2. Green over to Leighton Parker. Leighton Parker shot on the way. Off the mark. Can't hit. And the rebound is fought for and controlled by Childs. Childs shot. Can't hit. And now it's a fight for it. And it's Gunnar Gustin that comes up with it. Skyhawks ball. Coming back the other way is Fafita. Fafita ahead. Now back. He slows it down to Gasser. 4 minutes left in the ball game. 2-point lead by the Skyhawks. Gustin. Now over to Gasser. Gasser swings it. Fafita. Back to Gaston. Gustin now. Top. It's DeGraffenried. DeGraffenried guarded by Green. He's going to find some room in the paint. Hop step up off the glass. And Jeff DeGraffenried makes a move on Green and finds some daylight. Getting the easy 2 points. It's 4-point lead for the Skyhawks. Miners trying to cap this one and slow the bleeding. Struggled on offense. Now it's Evans out to Leighton Parker. Parker shot on the way, off the mark, heads up over the backboard, and it's going to be another turnover off the shot miss by Leighton Parker. Skyhawk ball. Quick timeout, and we're back with 3:15 left here in this ball game. 4-point lead by the Skyhawks. 50-46. They made a comeback to take the lead over the Miners, and it's Gasser with the bounce pass to Gustin. Gustin's layup on the backdoor pass is up, soft touch, and good. Big time pass from Gasser to Gustin. Shot the other way is Green with the circus shot. And that stems the bleeding for now. 4-point lead, and it's Gasser coming back the other way. Going baseline, trying to burn some clock. It's going to be a blocking foul on Daylor Youngblood, and that will send Gasser to the line for a 1-and-1. Gasser can't connect on his free throw, but the rebound is controlled by Porter Gustin. Now DeGaffin-Reed over to Fafita. Fafita now inside, wide open, Gustin. And Gustin shot off the mark, can't hit, but it's going to be controlled by Gunnar Gustin. Now into the corner to Gustin, he swings it to DeGaffin-Reed. Gaffin-Reed gets it to Gasser. Gasser looking for room, he's got some. Goes baseline, now kicks it out to DeGaffin-Reed. Now back to Gasser. The Skyhawks burning some time now, and it's back the other way to Fafita. Fafita shot off the mark, but he is fouled by Jesse Gazoida, and Fafita will head to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Second one also connects for Fafita. It's now a 6-point ball game. 2:05 left here in the fourth. Green and the Miners looking for an answer. They get it inside to Gazoida, and that's a spark they might need. Jesse Gazoida brings it back to 4. 50-54, the Miners trail. Gets it ahead to Gustin. Gustin now splits the defense, gets it over to DeGaffin-Reed. DeGaffin-Reed goes baseline. DeGaffin-Reed tries to go up with it. It's Yoli Childs there, and it's going to be picked up somehow by Porter Gustin. Gasser now to Gustin. And it's going to be a foul on Jordan Evans, as Evans came up to defend Porter Gustin. That'll send Gustin to the line for 2. Gustin connected on his first. Second one's a little bit long. The rebound is controlled by Gazoida. 5-point lead for the Skyhawks. Miners need an answer. Evans gets the pump fake, now kicks it out to Youngblood. Youngblood now to Gazoida. Gazoida puts it on the floor, gets it across court, and Gasser was the death of them. But it's Evans with the big three-pointer. Jordan Evans buries it and shows some life for the Miners. We have a timeout with the Miners down by 2, 53-55, 1:16 left here in the ballgame. Miners looking to step up big here on defense. They get it in to Gustin, back to Fafita. 1:10 left here in the ballgame. It's the Skyhawks leading by 2. Now full court, Gasser shot off the mark. Gasser tip, can't get it to go. Ball's on the ground, and it's Evans who comes away with the rebound. Few bodies hit the hardwood, but the Miners have a chance to tie it up here. And it's Evans on the wing. Now on the drive baseline, soft touch, and gets it to fall. Big time shot, ties it up with 40 seconds left in this one. And it's ahead, and it's Fafita looking over to DeGaffin-Reed. DeGaffin-Reed shot on the way, can't hit, and it's going to be tipped right to Gustin, and it's Gunnar Gustin with 35 seconds left, gives the Skyhawks the lead. Green controlling, he's got 25, dribbles into the paint. Now it's Gazoida, shot on the way, off the rim, can't hit, and it's going to be rebounded by Childs. It's going to be a foul. Excuse me, that's Gazoida on the rebound, and that'll send Gazoida to the free throw line to tie this one up. Gazoida shot off the mark, can't hit, can't capitalize on the free throws, and they foul Porter Gustin and send him to the line for 2 free throws. Up by 2, Skyhawks leading, and the Miners are in trouble. Gustin missed his first, giving the hope to the Miners. Second one drops. 3-point ball game, 18 seconds left. It's Youngblood bringing it down court. 15 now ahead to Green. Green right to left, gets it over to Evans. Evans drives the lane, looks it outside, and it's Gehrig. Gehrig shot on the way, and it's Kyle Gehrig. Kyle Gehrig ties it up. 58 all with 6 seconds left, and it's a timeout by Salem Hills. 58 all after the three-pointer by Kyle Gehrig, and there's 6 seconds left for Salem Hills to answer. Coach has been saving the best for last. Kyle Gehrig hits the big 3 to get the Miners back in this one. 6 seconds left, and it's Gunnar Gustin driving left to right. He's got the lane, shots up on the way, and Gunnar Gustin hits it to end the game. Coast to coast, Gunnar Gustin shocks the Bingham Miners here at home, and that'll do it with Salem Hills pulling out the victory at the end with Gunnar Gustin. Coast to coast for the layup. Crazy ending to this one. Kyle Gehrig gave the Miners a chance at the end, tied it up at 58 all, but it was Gunnar Gustin going coast to coast with the layup, giving them the victory 60-58. Again, Salem Hills will keep their 5-game winning streak alive, going 7-3 on the season. They have Spanish Fork this Friday. They will be at Spanish Fork, tip-off at 7 p.m., while the Bingham Miners fall to 4-6 on the season, and they will be at Granger this Friday at 7 p.m. Again, the Salem Hills Skyhawks down the Miners 60-58 here at Bingham High School. For Xfinity On Demand, or High School Rewind and Xfinity On Demand, I'm Stephen Cruz.